say, he's not drunk here.
He's not drunk. You're good? Okay. Okay, we can call to order.
Okay, I want to call the meeting to order of which one is this?
It's the first one of the year.
First one of the year, first BZA meeting of the year. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for being here. And I believe we have a quorum. Are we missing anybody? Yeah, we got everybody.
Everybody's here.
Okay. The first thing we needed to do is elect the officers for 2026.
That's correct.
Does anybody want to volunteer or speak that they want to do whatever?
I make the motion that we keep the same officers.
I second.
You heard? Okay.
So,
Yeah, we have two motions to keep the same officers, which is me as president, Brent as vice president, and Linda Sturry as secretary. Do we need a motion to make a move?
You have a motion and a second. You can either have a motion and a second, or you can take nominations. There was a motion and a second to keep the
Yes.
slate the same, so.
So I will call for a vote.
you can.
Okay, I'll call for a vote. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Pull the same sign? No, okay. Now, we're in the public hearing of BZA 2026-1, which is a variance request filed by First Missionary Church for the property at 905 US 27. First Missionary Church is asking for a variance to install 5 directional signs on their property that exceed the square footage allowance of 10 square feet, each in the city of Berne zoning code. They're requesting said directional signs be 12 square feet each. They will be asking for adjustment on the changeable message sign to be considered reduced from the 5-minute parameter that has been set down to 1 minute, correct?
That's where they're starting.
All right, let's have our two representatives apparently.
Apparently, thank you for having us here.
Absolutely.
I do have some bigger maps of our property.
Okay.
A map, and then it's got the, and then it's the 5 signs are back on the pages behind it to help you understand what will go on those signs and where they will be placed. Yes, we're coming to ask if we could have a 12 square foot instead of 10. Given the size of our property and the number of the letters and the words that we have, particularly on the signs that are on the east side of the building, with the signage of office / fellowship hall, we feel like a 10 square foot would be too small. And so we're working with a company out of Bluffton called, I don't know, it was Baylor or Dowler, yeah. And Clint Gerber is his name. He has been fantastic to work with. His opinion is that with the number of letters that we have, it would be better if we would have the 4 feet by 3 feet, as opposed to 10 square feet. So
That's it? Is that all you have?
well,
I mean, is it just an opinion? That's what I want. Like, is there more reasoning other than it's his opinion?
it is his opinion and it is our desire.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So I guess I would say, and I'm just speaking for myself, any of these guys could come up, like an opinion is one thing. So I have an opinion just as well as the BZA, and obviously the whole city does, that we don't really want that as the city, like that's the rules. When people can come in here and give us some good reasoning, that's what we want to do to help them out. But other than the, logo guy's opinion, that's great, but the city has an opinion too. So I would have to hear more of a reason why we've literally, we have the ruling for the signage, the rest of the place around Berne, and we've shut down literally BP pretty hard, and they were not happy about it. And so when we do variances, we want to see a real reason why. I guess personally, what I would add is when I saw this, this could be really easy. I'd just take the logo off and make it fit within that's personally what I would do. I'm not sure if the logo is important to you guys or not, but that's the way I see that it could fit within the guidelines. To me, logos come and go and they can change, and it probably could be the way that it would do, but the zoning moved, adjusted compared to the rest of the town. And obviously the city came up with this, and as I've heard, it's going to get even smaller. Is that correct? Like that's in the plans.
The new book or the new zoning book is even making it small.
Right.
It's actually 6.
But this is also, I can see this being something where we see a lot of it, because just like your Smith Brothers, this is totally on their property. This isn't anything outside. So I can see, like, if you guys wanted a semi to know that this is where our dock is or whatever, and that's over 5 square feet, and you say dock here, and we say, hey, you haven't come and asked for a variance, you guys are gonna be like, what? You know, because it's on your property. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, all of these are, I mean, there's nobody sticking signs up in the public right of way. That's totally out of bounds, right? I'm not sure what you're telling me.
No, there's signs that are out by the right of way that show like subdivisions, things like that. Those are signs like I'm talking. I mean, yeah, like BP was right against the right of way. That was all about height.
Right.
That was the main thing.
But there was a zoning ordinance, and like if somebody comes over here to adjust close to their property line, we'll go through the questions, and like just offhand, I would just want to share with you guys, I don't see the necessity for it like I would a zoning line where somebody's trying to build, a specific type of thing.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't seem like it matters that much.
Well, I don't think the placement, so our job is to rule on the city ordinances versus what's here. And to some extent, for the good of the public, to make sure that there's some sort of reasoning behind why we adjust give you a variance for this. I don't know that the specifications of where the placement of it is.
I would think that if you're talking safety, the more wording that you have on a sign, you'd think you'd want it to be farther away from the right of way, where someone would need to come into the parking lot to stop and read it rather than try to do it on the fly on Highway Street, for instance. So that would be the only time I would think that the location would be kind of important, depending on how much writing is on the sign.
But that's not really our purview as a ruling body, is it? If it's not specified in the ordinance.
You can give a variance, but put restrictions on it, or under this circumstance, or
Yeah, but as the initial thing that we're supposed to do as a ruling body, there's supposed to be an ordinance that we're giving a variance for, correct?
Mhm.
And the only ordinance that we're varying here is really the size of the sign, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so as to placement,
but I think you could say we will permit that size of the sign if it's placed here. I think you could do
Like if
that.
you go a little farther back or what have you.
And I'm not
They
saying
have
you need to
something
do that.
say.
I'm just saying that could be part of the consideration.
okay.
I was just wondering if this really helps. This is much more helpful than what we got earlier. Are where these stickers are about where you were thinking about having the signs?
Yes.
Or,
Yes.
Or you said it'd be 10 feet back from.
And then, yeah, so if you
because I
look
see
at,
one is right by a tree here.
well, the tree, we're gonna
It'll be
take,
underneath the tree, yeah.
well, it's either gonna be underneath the tree or the tree's no longer gonna be there.
Okay.
Yeah, but for example, like would be 6 feet in from the sidewalk, and in from the sidewalk and 10 feet in from the other sidewalk and the Stookie Street.
So they're not really facing the street. They're kind of,
Facing the street.
They're perpendicular
Facing
to
the
the
parking
street,
lot,
so that
yeah.
when you're driving down the street, you can see in as you're coming,
okay,
turning in.
gotcha, but they're
To
not
get-
facing straight on the street, but I
No,
got you,
they're not.
okay.
They're facing so that.
Again, to,
I think it's more while you're in the parking lot. If you're driving around the parking lot, you're reading the sign to see where you want to go
And
in the
that's-
door.
that's kind of a different directional sign.
Than being on the street and
Yeah.
looking to
I will
say,
say that I think that our intention was that as you're driving down Stookie Street or Parkway, that you would be able to see what it is that you're turning into, not necessarily that you are turning in and then hoping to figure it out after the fact.
I assume that was your reason, but
Right,
the
right.
reality of it
But-
is not sure someone driving by is going to get to line 3 before they need to either stop and read and then deal with traffic on Parkway Street behind them.
Well-
Or that's the safety stuff
Yeah,
that the zoning ordinance was.
Once they're in too, they slow down a little bit.
yeah, once they're in, then they can figure out, and we'll have some numbers and some wording on our building too, to help go with that.
Because it is important for them to know where to drop off their kids or whatever. But I don't think coming into the parking lot and going around the building takes that much time. That they would have to be looking for 15 or 20 minutes to figure out where.
No, but our building is nondescript at this point. There are 7 entrances to our building, and none of them, with exception of the main foyer, looks like an entrance.
Right.
None of them, you have any clue what's on the other side of that door. And so that's all part of this outdoor signage, directional signage, indoor signage to help people, particularly new people, who've only seen us online or have no idea where to go.
Has it sort of been a problem with people not knowing where to go when they come in? Have you heard people say we were really confused?
especially new people, and in particular, once you get in the building and you come to the worship center or you come back out, use the restroom, and then you're like, I have no idea where I am. I don't have no idea where
We might need signs inside the
which
church.
we are. That's
where the rest of them
That's
are.
part of this process as well. Yeah. That's part of this process as well.
I'm taking that more on my personal.
Well, I know from experience, like if you attend a funeral there and you're not used to the building,
Yeah,
you don't know where to go in.
you don't have a clue.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with changing it, but I don't know what everybody else thinks, and I don't see anybody here complaining about the size of the sign, been in the paper a lot.
I guess what's the in my head, I'm trying to figure out what the disadvantage of having a 2 foot by 2 or a 2 foot by 2 foot bigger sign is in the grand scheme of things. Like if you go 10 by 10 and everything shrinks down, it makes it harder for the people passing, which makes it more dangerous.
Mhm.
So I mean, if it's on their own property and it's not hindering anybody's drivability, then I guess I'm not sure what the problem would be.
Well, the only problem in my estimation is that we've got to answer these questions.
Right.
And if everybody rules that it's not an issue, I think that's fine. Because I don't think it's a massive issue. I like to have some good reasoning when we're adjusting. I feel like that's what we're here for, is to give some zoning variations that have to do with some decent reasoning. And for the most part, I think we've got it. And when we haven't, I mean, I don't have a problem shutting it down because all I need is a good reason, really. I guess that's what I'm saying.
I mean, and I'm not gonna lie and tell you that I talked with Mike and I said something about it's 10 feet and he said, well, we want to go 12. And I said, it's not much different. And he said, when we talked to the sign guy, he's the one that said, if it's smaller than 12, it's going to be harder to read.
Oh, well,
And
that's
to
a
me-
reason.
To me,
That's right.
I was like, there's my reason. I'm
Yeah.
fine with it. So when you were going, I don't know why the sign guy wants it bigger, I'm like, because he's saying it's gonna be harder to read.
Yeah,
Particularly with the ones that are on the east side of the building that
They have more
the
things on.
They have, that have the office / fellowship hall. Discovery Park Kids is a little bit longer. But yeah.
I guess my answer to that, to some extent, to the readability, is the logo. Like when I saw it, I was like, why do you need the logo on every sign? It's a directional thing. What does the logo add to it? In fact, for me, it just distracts. But I mean, I'm not gonna, if the whole, board is cool with it, I'm not gonna stop it. But to me, I'm like, okay, we got a variance, and I get the readability argument. I think that's a good argument. I'd bring that up. But I think the offsetting thing is the logo, and frankly, if you guys change your logo, which may not happen next year, but it could happen in 10, 15 years.
Probably not. I've been
So-
working on this project for over a year, and I don't think we're changing anything.
Right.
If I have anything to do with it.
Right. So that's my only issue, and I'll note that as a dissenting opinion. You guys else have any other?
Well, I have a question. Is this the original size, 3 feet by 4 feet, or did you want a bigger sign? What's the limit on size?
The limit was 10 square feet.
Okay.
3 by 4 is 12.
That's,
And then, like I said, the sign guy, when he laid it out, said it needs to be 12.
okay.
So I said, well, to do that, you're just gonna have a variance.
Right.
So
So
most
that's
of these signs are going to be on Parkway Street and Stuckey Street.
Right.
Okay. Because I would be more concerned if it was on 27.
Right, none of these are on the highway.
Because people, I'm an old lady, but if I'm slowing down to read something and people behind me are trying to make the yellow light. I
Right, I understand.
I get anxious because people follow so close anyway. That
I mean,
really
number one,
says how
this-
old I am,
this-
but I just, if I start to slow down to read something, it bothers me a little bit. If it's on a side street, you're not gonna probably have
And park on both sides.
as much of a,
So I'm still
it won't be
unclear.
as much of an issue as if it'd be on 27.
Right.
Yeah, because you're right by the stoplight.
Right, none of
That's,
these are on,
that's,
because we have the digital sign out by the road, we don't feel the
Yeah.
need to have any directional signs up there.
So are they facing the street or facing east and west?
They're perpendicular to each of the streets.
Mhm.
So
Okay, yeah.
so when you turn in,
Face the sign.
You can-
you turn in, you're then parallel to
Right.
it
So
as you turn in.
you can slowly
But
see.
you see it as you come down.
Right. Yeah,
there's gonna be a sign that will give you directions, even if you're on 27.
Right,
You'll know
right.
that.
And
So you
I,
have to stop reading on 27, but you can, there's signs in there, so then I can.
I'm not gonna be able to read it like in the parking lot.
I mean, at least it gives you some, as you're walking up, and it's not gonna totally distract people on the road. It's not like it's a
No.
big, yeah.
right.
So,
And one of the things we were concerned about, like I said, was that as you brought up BP, that when you come up to, the end of our parking lot and the beginning of the street, we want to make sure that there is plenty of visibility
yeah.
both ways on all of these.
Right.
And I feel like bringing it in 10 feet is going to give us that, so that, because we don't want anybody to to have any accidents coming out or coming in
Right.
either way.
That's appreciated. The new ordinance also has setbacks. We
Yeah.
didn't have it
No,
in the existing.
BP was unhappy with us
They did that.
for
on
saying they
purpose.
couldn't make the sign taller than it was before. And so they wouldn't have had to make it that short and make the visibility poor, but I think they felt like they were sticking it to us just a little bit.
So hard.
Mhm.
Because,
Do you know what I mean? Because they wanted it high, like you're going down the interstate and they wanted it to be like
right.
way high. And we thought in Berne, you don't really need it to be that high. You can sort of see it coming up the gas.
So I'm assuming you'll have smaller signage like for the worship center by the door Or-
So
or-
like so for example, office fellowship hall is gonna be a brown sign that's fixed to the building right above the door. Worship center is gonna be one of those that's right above
Mhm.
the door underneath, the carport, up on the wall. Over on the south side, the door number 3 is gonna have the logo for the kids area. It's called Discovery Park. And so we have a larger version of that that's gonna go out there, again, to help them know which door to go into. And then on the back side, we've got the youth ministry has an entrance called the Hub. Door number 7 goes into the Hub, and so we'll have something on the building for that. All trying to be very tasteful and not distracting.
I figured he would, because it doesn't make sense to say it's this way without then pinpointing it later.
Right. And each of the doors will have a number on it too for, recognition, particularly like if you have an emergency or something, you can tell emergency personnel which door to come to. So, as far as the logo is concerned, I feel like for us, it's a branding, just trying to keep the brand out there because we don't necessarily have it. We have it on some of the signs that come up on the digital sign, but we don't really have that branding.
Well, you could put that on, I mean, technically you could put that on the building, a couple places.
You could.
If it's, I'm not running your thing. I do applaud the effort. I think it's important to do that for visitors. Huh?
Then they need a variance for a wall sign.
Oh,
You only get one of them.
you only get one?
Mm-hmm.
Do they need a variance for this many walls, the type of walls? They're not on the wall, so I guess.
Yeah.
That's not that far for us to come to another meeting.
What?
Want another meeting? No,
Wants to give variances out like candy. Okay.
that's why I told him we'll do both of them at once.
All right, so we have the findings of the fact do we have 2 of them for the one?
No, because the other one, we can just
Okay, then do we want to discuss anything on the,
To discuss
give you
that.
that after we do this, and then we can change the restrictions if we so desire.
oh, okay. All right, let's have the finding of the facts for this. Finding the facts for
Restrictions on this one.
B 2026-1, the Board of Zoning Appeals of Berne, Indiana finds that approval will or will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community.
Will not.
Will not because it makes signage better. That's definitely traffic flow. Improves traffic flow. Is that what you said? Improves. Okay. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will or will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner.
Will not,
Will not.
because it's set back from the road far enough to be a problem.
Step back. Far enough. The need for a variance does or does not arise from some conditions peculiar to the property involved.
Does.
So what is the reason? This is the one that I was talking about. So what is the reasoning that it does arise?
To give people information when they come into the church area.
Be able to see what's on the sign better.
More clear, better word, more clear,
Clearer.
Clearer.
clearer visibility, basically, to give them clearer
Whatever word you want
visibility.
to use.
Better.
Well, I mean, that was the recommendation. It wasn't just like it needs to be bigger. It's, they're not gonna see it well enough.
Right.
That's the real, I don't know who you are. Anybody who wears a sweater like that, it's definitely
What do
teasing.
you know? Just ask.
And to me, I agree with that. Like, it's his advice, given the years that he's done this, that the visibility's not gonna be large enough for somebody driving by or whatever, so. Okay, the applicant did or did not establish that the strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will constitute an unnecessary hardship if applied to the property for which the variance is sought because and what's the because?
Probably pretty much the same as the other one, because
Is C number 3.
it needs to be big, so I'll be able to see it better.
And the petitioner has or has not established that the approval does or does not interfere substantially with the comprehensive plan of the city of Berne. Has and does not. Okay, if granted, the board prescribes the following restrictions. None. I mean, I'd say take the logo off, but Shannon had to come back 3 times, so I'm not gonna say that. You'd make them come back for something on this.
Only if you haven't put it on the building, is what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Well, I would, like, that's what they're trying to do, a little bit of branding, so.
I know this is probably neither here nor there, but do we need to specify the distance away just to make sure that? I mean, I'm sure that they're not gonna.
What is the distance you're gonna put it?
We're gonna put it 10 feet from the curb,
From the right
from
of
the
way.
street curb, and 6 feet in from our front curb.
Yeah, I'd say,
But given, we haven't asked the 811 to come in and tell us where, everything is, but we don't want it any closer than 10 feet to the street.
Are you saying,
the only prescription would be that they do it as they
As asked for.
ask,
Yeah,
as they requested.
so when you're saying that, are you saying 10 feet from the back of the sidewalk?
I'm talking about,
Curb.
From Stuckey Street curb
From-
and
from-
from Parkway curb.
right, would be, so the,
Because that's
if
only
this is
5,
the
that's only
sign,
5 feet in.
10 feet here to the street, so that we would start the sign 10 feet in from the curb.
Gee, what's the right of way?
Maybe 5 feet from the sidewalk.
People, the sidewalks usually, well, I know that the sidewalk on Parkway should be 5 feet.
We have a time.
I'm just gonna look what the right of way is, just to make sure.
On my GPS, I always have it on. There it is.
Oh, that's right, that's what the chief is.
The restriction, any restrictions now, is there? I can see that.
Take this one, make sure that
It shows the right of way
that
right
on
there,
there where
back
it's
of the sidewalk.
set the sign back.
So that'd be really 5 foot in from the sidewalk, from the right of way.
Right.
It's better than BP.
I feel like I should be.
Gosh.
On the north side,
That's-
on the north side, the south side, the right of way.
The sign itself, it's just too close to the road. And you basically put your nose in the
Got a
middle.
little bit of grass in there. Really don't remember that on the phone, but, you know what I mean? Parkway Street.
Mhm.
So, going to be
Oh,
a couple feet there
Let's, the right of ways.
in their yard.
Yeah. So it's actually pretty close to the right of way
On the Parkway side.
on the Parkway Street. Yeah, I
So we
see
need to
that.
go more than 10, is what you're saying?
What's the code say?
It doesn't.
It
That's the issue right now.
Oh,
The new one will probably have at least 5 foot from the right of way.
Mhm.
so what's the right of way?
The right of way is probably 5 foot in from the
Wow.
sidewalk.
It would be 15 from the curb. That would be,
I'm not telling you to do that.
I know, that's what the new code will be.
Possibly. We are.
Okay, we haven't voted on it, so it's not speculation right now. Are we all good?
Well, unless we were gonna have restriction.
Well, I'm saying, we have
What I would say is you just want to make sure it's not in the right of way.
Okay.
And 5 foot from the sidewalk might be real close to the right of way.
But we weren't going to be 5 foot from,
The right of way is into your yard.
yeah.
Yeah, if you see,
Yeah,
if you see the
take a
yellow
look at it.
line, I don't know if you
So,
can see that far.
So you might, if you, I don't know if you want to have someone you don't want a formal survey,
Right.
but
Right.
you might want to have someone show where that right of way line is.
Okay.
I was trying to look if I can measure it.
You got that.
So
It'd be hard.
at
We
this,
can show you what we're talking
at
about.
this point, at this time, 6 foot from the sidewalk seems like it would be at least on the right of way.
If you blow it up enough to use your
6 foot from our sidewalk,
Yeah, from
Yeah. from the front
Oh.
sidewalk.
So 11 feet from the curb.
11 feet from the curb. Can we do that? You said 10 feet. but-
I said 10 feet on the outside
Right.
of the 10 feet from the curb.
Right, and then 6 feet
And then 6 feet in from
from
our
your sidewalk.
our sidewalk.
Right.
And what we're saying is that that's looking like that's actually a lot closer to the right of way than what you would
Yeah,
have
you're
thought.
probably gonna have to move it back a couple feet anyways.
Move it in, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah,
further away from
further to the north.
Yeah.
just to be out of the right of way.
Is that just on the Parkway Street side?
It's just on the
Yes.
Parkway Streets, right? And it's really just on the east entrance. The west entrance,
Two.
I mean, the west entrance is into your yard. The right of way is into the yard too, but not as
Yeah,
significant.
it's not as
on the east
wide.
side.
It's like it narrows down by the time it gets to that.
Take a look at the GIS and, yeah.
So what do we want to say there? At least. 10
As
feet back.
proposed, but outside of the right of way line.
Okay, we'll say 10 foot from the curb, 6 foot from the first mesh sidewalk as requested and not,
Or outside of the right of way line, whichever is greater.
About 3 feet. This is 1.2 yards.
Okay, that's not as bad. Then. Yeah, okay.
okay.
So you might be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, they should be. So we'll put 10 feet.
That's,
It's a lot closer than what you
Scranton
think.
Subdivision
Yeah.
Condition Statement Handbook.
Yeah, that's been later. You're gonna get it later.
On the back.
Or the secretary. Do you have it down? Do you have those specifications down, the secretary?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, good. All right, do we have a vote on that?
You take one.
Yeah. So I'm gonna call for a vote. Our only restriction that it's 10 foot from the curb, 6 foot from the first mesh sidewalk as requested, or outside the right of way, whichever is greater. That's this
That'll work.
condition. Okay, so I'm gonna call for a vote. Everybody in favor of this as it stands, giving the variance with this restriction? All in favor, say aye.
I need a motion in a second first.
Oh, sorry, we need a motion.
Motion.
Okay, second.
Yeah, you're doing.
All in favor, say aye.
Who made the second?
First, Robert, second.
Thank you.
Where's their signing copy?
Right here.
Now, we want to discuss the other sign, the changing of the sign.
Digital sign.
Yeah. You guys want to change it every minute?
Well, I would like to change it every 30 seconds. But didn't know if you'd take that. So when we came here, I don't remember now how many years ago when we got the sign put in, we had come from a sign that was letters were put onto a track once a week. And so going down to 5 minutes, you know, seemed okay. As we have gone on through the years, and I hope, I feel like we have stuck with the stipulations that have been given to us with regard to what we are not to put on there, what colors to use, what colors not to use. I feel like we tried. We feel like that 5 minutes is quite a ways. Interestingly, right after we put it in and we did the 5 minutes, I remember driving by our sign multiple times in the first week. And I saw the exact same sign, the exact same advertisement that we had up there every single time. And so we would like to suggest, again, it's we understand the city's desire, particularly at that intersection, being that it's a stoplight and so forth, but not to have, fireworks going off and something changing every 5 to 6 seconds, because it would be quite distracting. But feel that 30 seconds gets it going quicker, but is not a distraction to those who are driving down the road. I don't have any specific.
Yeah.
It's
So
my opinion.
we're taking that as an opinion, and this one's not so, like, that was a stipulation before, and we can change a stipulation, I feel like, without a whole lot of. Does anybody have any, so what, I guess my one question would be, what is it that you're gonna put, just how many things do you have in there in the
We
slide
haven't
deck?
stipulated, and I don't remember exactly how many, originally, how many different things we can put up there. But we have that written down somewhere,
Gotcha.
and I would have to go back and look, and we wouldn't put any more than that, we're just wanting to cycle through a little faster.
Any more than how many ever you don't know? Sorry, I had to be.
So is the original wording there for safety
I think so.
for the 5 minute?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
because
people aren't gawking and
It's all about safety.
but if you're at that stoplight for 5 minutes, that's pretty bad.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only,
Yeah, it only seems like it.
the only conditions we made were the 5 minutes, no
Well,
animation,
And red,
flashing lights,
red
and
and
no blue or red lights.
Right.
That were the only stipulations that we put on it.
Are those still good with? are you
Oh,
guys
yeah,
good
we're
with
totally
that?
fine with everything, it's really just
the time.
the amount of time that we get to put it up there is what we're doing.
I don't see
Do our
a problem with
advisors
that.
have any comments?
Just that you're setting precedent with whatever you do.
Oh,
Agreed. I will say, not to throw anybody else under the bus, but when you look at what Mennonite have at the corner, because they have to change it, they have to cycle through multiple slides pretty quickly to get a particular
Get all their words on.
to get all the words on for a particular event.
Right.
I feel like that's even probably 5 seconds, maybe 3 seconds, 6 seconds, something like
That
that.
one didn't turn out the way we thought it would.
No, that's one reason that we are more explicit now,
Right.
No question.
because
so that one slid without any restriction.
No,
It's,
it was not supposed to be changing, but when it was proposed, it's a question as to what the changing of a message.
right.
And they're saying, oh, that's one message.
Right.
Okay. So that was tightened up with Lehman Feed Mill, with First Missionary, with, any other
But it didn't get
changes.
tightened up with them.
It was granted at the time. That was the first changeable sign we had.
well, didn't the person in charge of it change and we didn't have
It was a problem. It was a problem. So-
anything.
So that would not be approved today.
Right.
That would not be approved today.
Right.
They need, talk about a bigger sign. They need a bigger sign so that the message is all on one thing.
It was never really approved anyways, was it?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It was with stipulations, like on the back here, but when you change hands, if you don't
There was
have, they
there
have
was
to come
a-
back into us.
Right. Which I believe that we were asked, maybe in a handshake kind of thing, but I believe we were asked to create a document.
We did.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
were, mhm.
And that's been a while now. I don't even, maybe 8 years ago, maybe. I don't know.
any other safety concerns other than precedents?
I mean, the frequency of the change has to do with safety.
Yeah.
So just take that into
And
consideration.
another stoplight.
I'm not sure that I think way more of the colors and the animation has to do with safety than 30 seconds for.
And that's what I'm trying to figure out. How long does it take you to drive through Berne if you hit the red light or hit the green light? Maybe 30 seconds. You can get all the way through the town before that sign changes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. For me, and maybe I'm just.
Linda can't, but
5
you
minutes
can.
on the
But yeah,
Quick,
I
Ken.
mean, I'm not saying 30 seconds is the number of it, but I just
No,
don't think
It's less, I think it's less than 5 minutes now.
I think it is.
I think that is a proposal
In the-
in the new ordinance that we're suggesting is less than 5 minutes. I can't remember what it was. I don't think it's 30 seconds, but it's,
Oh, what we're
Because
saying
we-
is okay is less than 5 minutes in the new.
yeah,
And
Because
that's
we've
at-
realized
at
that's a
the
long time.
discretion of the people who own the sign. Is that what you're saying?
no.
No.
No, what we're saying is that in the new ordinance that will be proposed in the next, hopefully the next year, we've realized and discussed that 5 minutes is probably excessive.
You know, when anything new
But it's
comes
more than
up
30 seconds. I know
technologically,
that.
we've got it, we're not quite sure how it's
I
gonna
think it
work.
was.
Yeah.
I think it was a
And
minute.
that probably will happen again, so.
Propose.
I mean, we're not making the law here, but what would be the real, 30 seconds to me does not seem like it's, 30 seconds is a long time.
It really is. And I didn't realize it until Michelle McIntosh is our graphics person who does all the stuff for the signs. And she made me a video of 5 different slides changing every 30 seconds. And it was
Yeah.
eternity.
Yeah. 2 slides of sitting there for a minute, that you definitely be through 10.
We were complaining the other day in a city meeting about how I'm thinking that light got changed.
Oh,
When you come up on Parkway Street, 227, something changed in the last month. Something changed in the last
turning off
month.
the Parkway onto
On the
going out of there.
27th, yeah.
Something.
And John Kreider said he's timed it, it's a minute.
You got fixed.
And it seems like
Oh, it got fixed? So that tells you how long a minute is. It's, yeah.
But Greg called it state and they got it fixed.
Yeah.
Didn't you, Greg? Yep, see, that's what the mayor said. He's gonna reach in that phone and strangle you.
No, but
They were actually-
The new ordinance, I think, is going to be proposed at 1 minute.
They were actually out there last Thursday after Rotary, so I just drove over there and talked to them. And I actually called John Kreider to make sure that it was on Parkway Street where he had to wait a minute.
Yeah.
And so east and west on Parkway where it was messed up, and they actually changed one of the circuit boards while I was there. And then just to see if that would fix it. Somebody told me today, I heard who told me, they told me that it's fixed.
It's fixed. So NDOT didn't mess with it. It
Yeah,
was a glitch.
well, they didn't mess with it. They didn't change anything. It was
That's
a
not good.
glitch in the equipment, yeah. But
You never know.
after-
God is testing your patience.
I don't have a problem with 30 seconds at all. I think that's, that's forever. To me, the biggest thing is what's on the sign, what it's doing. And I think you guys have shown pretty good taste. Part of it is, more than maybe some other people. I'm not sure.
I know with
Tell my mom gardeners.
No, we discussed in our meeting about the change of the ordinance. We landed on a minute because we thought that was not excessive. 5 is. I think 5 is excessive.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Does it have
it's
those
a
other
safety
things?
issue.
Does
Pardon?
it have those other things in it, like the colors and the,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I think that'll always go on a changeable message that it won't be red and blue.
Okay.
Right, and here again, right by a stoplight, you know, in the dark at night.
Right,
It could be
right.
confusing.
And we
Ladies
had
on-
no problem with any of those stipulations.
I have no issue with 30 seconds. Unless Dave wants to yell at me.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Dave?
Any other considerations that would like say a minute versus 30 seconds would be a safety, I mean, do we have any studies?
Yeah, I
on it?
mean, no, well, yeah, originally, when we dealt with those ordinances and changeable digital signs, the safety issues had to do with colors and the number of times that it changes. And if people are gawking, you want people to see these signs,
Yes.
but yet you don't want them to gawk at it
Right,
and
right.
cause safety issues. So
Right.
that's that balance.
I guess we feel like that in our favor, I'd like to say that the 30 seconds is negligible between the minute and the 30. You could say, well, it's negligible, so let's go with a minute, but we would prefer we could go to 30
Let's just say
seconds.
45.
Always the compromise. Good job, Linda. Does anybody else have any opinion?
I'm all right with 30
At the risk of making Dave mad.
I'd be okay with 30 seconds.
My question is, if we set a precedence here and someone else comes in and says, well, you did it for them, do we always have to just be like, well, you're right, so I guess because
No,
I'm kind of new at this, I'm trying to figure out what
it's a
what does it mean
slippery
exactly when
slope.
we set a precedence.
Well, and then anytime you make a variation, you're
You're at risk of continuing it.
My thought is though, if someone else comes in and says, you did theirs 30 seconds, I would say, is your sign like theirs?
And
Because
by the
if
way,
it's
did
like
you
the
wait
old-
8 years of 5 minutes?
Theirs is like the old Parkway sign that was just like wanting to see it when your airplane's leaving. That's a lot different. You know,
You can always come down, but it's hard to go back up.
you know.
That's what I'm saying.
well, I doubt you don't want to go below 30 seconds.
No, but I'm saying if you say a minute now, you could, if that seems unreasonable 3 years from now, you could always change it to 30 seconds. But probably, well, they got the variance, so you can't go the other way. Is that enough?
I guess too, for me, 30 seconds or a minute, you're not reading that, driving by, it's not changing no matter if it's 30 seconds or if it's a minute.
I don't think anywhere you.
Unless it's a red light.
If you're at,
But if you're on 27,
if you're at the
if you're
red
on
light,
27, that's probably faster than a minute, right? If Parkway to 27 was a minute and everybody thought it was broken, then 27 through is probably faster than a minute, right?
Oh, yeah.
Before it changes.
I would think so.
To me, I'm like, at least I have something to look at while I'm sitting at this light. I don't want to jump out and punch somebody. So I think it is a safety. I mean, seriously, like, if I gotta wait for this light, at least I got something to look at. I
Well, if you're
can't.
on 27, you don't have to wait so long. But if you're on Parkway,
30 seconds, you're not gonna be able to see anything. I'm just saying, Dave. I mean, I'd have
Well, you
to.
gotta be
Hey.
3 or 4 cars back to see it anyway. If you are at the red light.
It depends if I was heading north, I could see it there, which is the way I usually am. So
Unless you're coming to the
I have no issue with it. Today's not
call
voting,
Michelle
so-
on Macintosh.
I'm not voting.
Right.
Could call Michelle Macintosh and ask her what the sign said. I was driving by and
I mean, you could say, we can start with 30 seconds. If we see it's a problem, we'll have you come
You know
back
what?
in.
I will. Let's do that. And
That's fair.
here's,
We'll make a condition of that.
yeah. And here's what I would say to anyone else who would come. Literally, if you did it for 8 years of 5 minutes and demonstrated that you can handle a sign well, like these guys have, then you can get a variance. So come back to us when we know we can trust
I'm
you.
saying for this one, if you
Yeah.
say, we'll grant 30 seconds right now, but if we see it's an issue, we're gonna come back and
Totally.
tell you to go to a minute.
That's what I want to do.
I mean, I think that's fair. 'Cause
I'm
if we
okay
don't
with
see
that.
any problem with them 30 seconds, it's fine. But if we see a problem, we'll call you and we'll tell you to change it to a minute. And I think that's fair.
And I personally am gonna say, I'm doing this, or I'm voting for it because of the way they've handled their signs so far. Because they've respected what our wishes were. They haven't put anything crazy on there. Stuff's not blowing up left and right, even on the 250th anniversary of this country. You still didn't blow anything up, so,
I make a motion to accept that.
okay.
Says the guy with sharks on his socks.
Second.
Hey, that's not blowing anything up. He's got a motion from Brent and a second from John. So can we take a vote on 30 seconds? If there's an issue, we'll talk to you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. Wasn't as easy as you guys thought.
Thank you. I didn't know what was gonna be like.
Hershey's over there like, are you serious, Dave?
It's like a church board meeting.
I was gonna say, I was looking up, I was like, this thing forever.
This is until of last year.
Yeah. We had 5 meetings. I told you I was doing 400 back and forth, don't worry.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming, guys. Thanks for doing this. And for, seriously, like signage is important, so I'm glad you guys are doing that.
You're ready to go.
Oh, do I have a motion to adjourn? Is that what
Well,
I
no,
need?
we gotta read.
Oh, we gotta read it.
From a year, over a year, not a year ago.
You guys can leave this, you don't have to.
Done?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Minutes, was that where we're at? Approval of old minutes? Everybody read the minutes? Are they cool? It's from Mike Sills.
Yeah.
It's good to me. Okay, vote to approve, a motion to approve. Motion to
Make that motion.
Brent makes it.
Second.
Second by Bob Williams. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, minutes are approved. Any old business?
No.
We still have the cows out there.
Where?
Yeah, rumors.
Right now.
How many are there?
Well, counting.
There's an audit of it.
Or so. Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of them. Anyway, okay.
No horses there.
Any new business?
Does it
Nope.
say, let's see.
Well, that was back.
Are we gonna take bets on when the next meeting is?
Were
2020.
you on?
January?
No.
We're down.
I had somebody ask
Before
a
that.
few things.
I was here when
so
we
it
did
could be coming, but I just
Okay.
can't decide.
No, I was.
You don't know if it was tight to follow through or not.
I don't know how long
Okay.
ago.
All right, motion to adjourn.
You have one.
Nobody, everybody wants to stay around?
No, I.
Come on, don't we have more to?
I'm gonna stay here all night and talk about Linda's shirt.
I'll second it.
Or your socks.
And my socks.
Or her socks. on your
Dave's
socks.
cool suit.
All in favor? All in favor?
All in favor? Tweet.
Aye.
Okay, motion carried. My son, daughter, out there, they have like shorts on
Yeah.
inner tubes.
You got
Thank you, guys.
sailboats on